Alright guys, today I'll be unboxing and reviewing the LED party light. It's also called a mini disco ball with a remote, if that's what you want to search it for. I got this from Lazada. In the Philippines, most people use Lazada or they use Shopee. I like Lazada better because the return policies are better, a lot better than Shopee. Anyways, it comes in this small box. Here are some of the specs on it right here. Work mode, auto, sound, control mode, remote control, optional. This one comes with a remote control and it already comes with a battery in it, which is cool. LED power, 3 by 1 watt LEDs. So there are 3 LEDs, a red, a green, and a blue inside the unit. And the power supply, AC 85 to 260 volts, 50 to 60 hertz. Let's give you an idea on the size. I have a tape measure with me. Just to give you an idea how big this is, you can see it here, but it's just over 3¼ inches wide, just over 3¼ inches. So it almost fits for the purpose that I wanted it for. And I'll show you guys what that is. But first, it also comes bubble wrapped. It comes bubble wrapped in the Lazada package, and this is bubble wrapped inside the box too. So let's check it out. This is what I'm going to be using it for. I'm in the process of making a couple of spool tables. This one's almost finished. I did the plastic varnish on it. The standard hole in here in this cable spool is 3¼ inches. This is just a little bit bigger than that. So basically, let's see if you can see it down here. Let's go into the spool. So I'm working on making a door here. I'm gonna have hinges and have a door here and put stuff down here on this shelf I built, and then I built another shelf up here, and I'll have a mounting area up here for the hole. So I'm gonna be putting this through the hole, which you can see here, it only comes up partway through the hole. I want it to come up so the whole head of this will come up through the hole, and I'll make a mounting bracket for that. All right, so let's take a look at everything and what it does. So in the box, you get your disco ball. Like I said, the base of it is just over 3¼ inches diameter. The cord, I measured it, it's about 42 inches long. So you have a pretty decent length cord here. You get a bracket. This is all plastic. Feels a little flimsy, but for what I'm using it for, I don't think I'm gonna have a problem with this. Anybody stepping on it or crunching it. Comes with 2 bolts to put it on. You can also see there are brass inserts in here too. That's the one thing that's metal here. So this screws on like so. Like I said, for me, it doesn't matter so much if I have this or not, because this is going to be mounted inside this whole pop-up for karaoke parties or just listening to music while friends are over, dance party, whatever. So this bracket's actually pretty cool. It stays in place. You can mount it all the way sideways, and once you screw it down, it doesn't move at all. So overall, it's not bad. It was about 199 pesos, a little over 100 pesos for shipping. So $4 for the unit, another $2 and some change for shipping. It's not bad. Under $7, you got yourself your own disco party. So you also get a remote control. Check it out. There are instructions for what each one of the buttons are. They're in Chinese, then you have a little bit of English right next to it. You can freeze frame that if you want to try to read it later. But let's plug it in, let's see what it does. Okay, so when you turn it on, this is the default mode. I'm going to turn the camera up so you guys can see it on the ceiling here. It actually covers the whole room. You can see it on the walls, on the ceiling, so as long as you have it in a central area, you're going to be able to see everything, the ceiling, the walls, and everything. Okay, so this is your default mode. Let me hold it so you can see it better. Okay, now with your remote control, you can see you've got different buttons labeled A1 through A7. Okay, so I turned the lights off so you can see a little bit better. Here's your remote control. The red button is the power, so I can turn it on and off. And in the first mode, I pressed A1. That's the first button over here where my thumb is, A1. That turns everything red. Right now it's the middle of the day. You still see the lights pretty good. And red's not a really bright color, but it's good for being the middle of the day. Now I move over and I press A2. A2 gives me all green lights. This is just the pattern on the ceiling as it swivels around. Change it to A3. That gives me all blue lights. A4, got a combination of red and green. A5, you get blue and green. A6, you get red and blue. And then the last A button is A7. That one does a combination, so it flashes all the different colors. So let's just put it on, let's see, which one do I like? I'll keep it on A5, so this is blue and green here. You have these other buttons in the middle here. You've got a green button here, it says stop and start. When I press this button, the green one, it'll stop the lights. So I want to stop it, it freezes them. You press start, they keep moving again. Then you have music 1, music 2, and music 3. Press music 1, they flash a certain pattern. Music 2 changes the pattern. Music 3 does a different pattern. Now these are supposed to also be sound activated, so here's the description of these buttons. Let's not try to show you guys there. I'm going to try to read that to you. So here, those buttons are, music 1 is photo, I'll let you look at it. So if I'm looking at music 1 button, in Chinese it says something, and underneath it says closed photo acoustic control. Music 2 says dynamic voice control. Music 3 says stroboscopic, like strobocopic sound control. So I'm guessing that there's supposed to be some kind of sound control with that when you're on there. So let's try number 2. That one said dynamic voice control. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, that's pretty cool. That actually works. All right. So that would be cool with the music. If I don't talk, it doesn't move, but watch this. Hey, hey, there you go. It actually works. Cool deal. Let's put on some music and see what it sounds like and what it looks like with music. So that's actually pretty cool. The sound activation works, and there are 3 different modes to use that. I think I covered everything except these little buttons down at the bottom. There are 2 little blue buttons down there, and these are for the flash speed and the motor speed. So let's just hold it up on the ceiling so you can see the pattern. If I press plus, that motor will move slower. I press minus, that motor moves slow. Wow, look at that. I press minus, it moves slower. If I want it to move faster, I press plus and speed it up. So that's actually pretty cool. I said 199 pesos. Now there is one more button that I really don't know what it is, and that's this blue button up here on the top. It says, if you can't read it clearly, DMX, on and off. I tried pressing DMX. Let's try it now and see. DMX. And I don't see what the difference is. There's still a flashing strobing pattern when I talk. So that's the one button that doesn't have a description for it. Like I said, if we look here, the instructions, you can't read them well anyways. It doesn't say. Well, anyways, that's about it, guys. Like I said, I got this from Lazada. I'm in the Philippines, and that's where we order most of our stuff from. It was about 199 pesos. They go from 199 to 299 pesos. Roughly 50 pesos per dollar. And then if you're in a different province besides Metro Manila, it's another 100 to 130 pesos or so shipping. So overall, this cost me less than $7. Not a bad deal. Once I mount it in that table, mount the microphone in the other hole over here to go with my videoke setup, we'll be all set. I'm gonna give this a thumbs up, guys, just because the cheap price, it works well. There's almost no noise at all coming out of it. The strobe functions all work. All the buttons do something except the DMX button. If anybody knows what that blue DMX button does, leave a comment and let me know. It doesn't really say it on the paper, and I didn't see an effect when I was in different modes using it. But The remote works fine. The unit works great. It's small, lightweight, and can be mounted anywhere. I'll give that a thumbs up. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and this helps you decide if you want something like this. It's cheap. You can take it anywhere you want to. Super lightweight, and it has plenty of different modes and a remote control. Imagine that for just like $4 US plus shipping. Alright guys, that's it. Tune in later when I show you my finished table. I'm still working on my door here. I'm waiting for my hinges to come in and some other stuff for it. This is going to be like a little entertainment coffee table for the living room. Alright, see you next time.